terrorist side. Cloud9 will be the aggressor, so this is going to be such an interesting series. Nuke as the third map is going to be very curious indeed. So we've got 4 players going towards A for FaZe Clan. This is not what you normally see. Often you'll find a CT player just spotting to see what's going on and rotating out of B, but aggression is the course of the day. Nico and Rain with 2 first frags, and Rush will get one back.
Yes, the bomb is dropped towards playground there, so they'll have to try to contest this area. The CTs will be forced back. Rush is going to gain control of party. So things looking a little bit better here now for Cloud9 as they push forwards, but Overpass could throw a wrench into the works as he starts to poke and prod and find out more information as to what the Cloud9 side is doing. Trying to see if they're actually going to go for this A committed play, but Rush is investigating by himself. Oh, he's got the flank as well, finds a headshot on a Dread, and that's it. Triggering the push there, Kiyoshima bursts out, finds Olofmeister by the stairs, and now it's Rain in a 1 versus 3. But he has time, James.
He does indeed, but he's not anywhere near the bomb. So if he was to face Kiyoshima, for example, and win that duel, then that would be early information for the remainder of the squad. With Rush towards A, could even rotate the bomb. Flush is in the red though, so they've got to be careful. Rain starting to move in now. This is still very doable. It's not anymore. Not when you get blasted in the face. A cannon at close range from Kiyoshima.
They have Cloud9 moving into the following rounds, and we'll see the first big buy from FaZe, bringing out the AWP on Guardian. That's going to be very key. I'm also looking forward to seeing, Rain. He's so, like, we identified the toilets position, the bathrooms, the restrooms, however you want to call it, the lavs, the lavatories.
The bogs.
The bogs. That's 5 ways to say toilets, James. That's wonderful. But we associate him with that position on the map, and I want to see...
I love toilet stand. Sanitation is fantastic.
His form is like...
Double sniper rifles for FaZe Clan, Olofmeister and Guardian with the scopes. Very, the entire team pretty much for FaZe Clan. Very good with sniper rifles. The initial map control being taken. 3 players towards B early, which is very curious. Some double nades from Cloud9. You do see these from FaZe Clan as well, outside the monster tunnel, but they're a bit more competent than what we just saw from Cloud9. So big presence, and automatic is creeping in. Got to be careful around the barrels. Doesn't see anybody there just yet. He's got 2 players in tow. Someone can hold that angle. Now, he probably wants to stay to the left-hand side of this pillar to start with. And that's a lovely pick on the Adrenaline. Now they can just swarm, and only 1 player is here for FaZe Clan.
Yes, they've managed to make their way in. FaZe playing that retake game, although Nico is still in position. Perhaps he can do something sneaky, but just wants to hold that water area, stop the T's from pushing that. That does give his teammates a way into the site more easily if he just holds that, and he can coordinate with them as he pushes to smoke, edges his way. No one's watching it. He gets a lot of damage, picks off Rush as well. Another for Nico. Problems here for Cloud9. How will they recover?
Flusher might have to come and help his teammates. He's been holding rotation in connector, but nobody's there. And now we've got Guardian posted up on an angle, but Ultimatic's got a superior one. And Zelsis is in a pretty good position as well. The both are looking fantastic. Can't get a second kill though. And Rain now has to fall back and save what he can. Can he pick up a sniper rifle? Something. 4-0 for Cloud9.
What a great hold there from them. Nico's push, I was really worried for Cloud9 at that point because it really felt like there could have been 1 or 2 players covering that.
Just like the pistol, there are 4 players for FaZe Clan charging towards the A site, and they picked the right time because Cloud9 are heading in that direction with 3 players of their own. Kiyoshima making his way through connector.
Oh, it's going to be brutal. Everyone's going to commit into this. There is a trade coming in from Rush, but on the side of the smoke, it's not all that good. And now it's Kiyoshima trying to work his way from the stairs, but without any teammates in a forward position, he's going to have to just reroute himself towards B. And Zelsis has opened that position up. So this is great from Cloud9. They've diverted quite nicely. Zelsis throwing the Molotov down and pushing in front of it. That is awesome stuff. And now FaZe on a retake, but I don't know if they're going to be able to make this one work.
Oof. With heroes like Guardian, it's very, very possible. The bomb hasn't been planted just yet, and Nico will advance the position. He's still got Guardian on the high ground to cover. Will they expect him? Well, the grenade will take him out. He was low, and now he's gone. Guardian 1 versus 2. You've seen him do disgusting things on the Overpass B bomb site before. Seek and destroy. There's the first player, down to the 1 versus 1 very quickly indeed, but jumping on the rail gives Kiyoshima a shot, and that's...
I have to see how Cloud9 interpret this. They definitely have the edge when it comes to making the calls and sort of being in the heads of the leadership from FaZe.
Right, then let's see what setup Cloud9 have for FaZe Clan. We've seen at least 2 different defaults in these 7 rounds we've seen so far. Mainly focusing on the buys. Olofmeister aggressively looking towards short B, sees nothing there, but flashes around Monster will bring his attention back into the B bomb site. In the meantime, Celsius, who seems to be the lurker towards B, keeping FaZe Clan honest. They won't delve too far towards that Monster area. You can't really walk into a peak as a CT after the initial few seconds, because if you've got an AWP posted up on the T side, it is a free kill more often than not.
So you can see FaZe they're definitely very suspicious of potential B plays as they've felt some pressure there and not really seen anything towards A. And Cloud9, after playing some very fast rounds, they've slowed the pace down so much that FaZe are at this point really unsure as to what's happening. They don't have a huge amount of map control. They are rescinding their players from more forward positions towards A. And all they see right now is that Cloud9, they've got some presence in sewers. It still doesn't really tell them all that much as to the intentions of Cloud9. And at this point, Rush is now clearing the bathrooms. So we should expect, with 35 seconds left, for Cloud9 to decide to make the move as they get the bomb.
Yeah, Automatic's want to collect the bomb. Kishima and Connector, Zelsis and Flusher still harassing the B area. And it does seem that they will collapse towards the lower position. 25 seconds remain. A reasonable number of grenades for Cloud9. They've got a Molotov, some flashes. The HE is being deployed as well. So if you're near the barrels, you're going to be in trouble. Otherwise, holding on one for the time being, but the trade is dead from Zelsis. We've got a player around the pillar. That's Nico, and he's gone as well. 8 seconds, the bomb has to go down. The top is smoked off. So what do FaZe Clan do now? 2 versus 4. They don't really have position. There's not a lot going for them. And it may be another round to Cloud9.
This is really cool to see, actually. I mean, Guardian, he's going to get a beautiful shot onto Automatic. It feels like Guardian is hitting shots, but he's just not really ever in a position to have impact until the round is already out of the hands of FaZe. But I love the way that this one was played from Cloud9. After having very fast paces, they slowed things down enormously. They suggested that B, and then created a situation where so much time passes that you start to get, if you're on the CT side of Overpass, you start to get very paranoid that an A attack is going to come in, because that's way harder to deal with and to take back than a B bomb plant. And when it's very late in the round on Overpass, you have to,
In Counter-Strike, 1 AWP on Guardian, 1 AWP on Automatic for Cloud9, as we see 3 players towards short B, well, towards B once again for Cloud9.
Yeah, that default is there. FaZe opened things up as they did in the previous round in which they lost. So we did see that timeout where Yanko was talking about info. And Cloud9 have not quite as passive an approach. That's a great flashbang. That's some of the info, the way that you would play info. You get the flash in there, you make the peak safe, maybe you get a kill, best case. Well, best case scenario played out there for FaZe, and they go 5 against 4. This may speed things up for Cloud9, or Cloud9 may decide, okay, look, let's just hold onto the position we have and see if what Rush can glean from that A side of the map. And it'll be quite risky for Rush. He is alone moving up the A long positions right now, but if he can clear the bathrooms and work out that there is no one there, like, throwing a fake becomes a possibility. And Automatic, meanwhile, is also trying to make a play to see if he can get a pick with that AWP. So Cloud9 do have a lot going on for them right now.
45 seconds, Adren taken out on the B bomb site, but 2 more CTs await Nico and Olofmeister. You can see Flusher carrying the bomb there, so it's very likely that B is the ultimate play. So what is Rush's role now? He's going towards the long position, maybe deploying some grenades. And I think Kishima might be in for a rough time because of Nico's off angle. Could be elevated as well, but there's a big flashbang there. Kishima having a look, and Olofmeister comes to the rescue. Still a smoke down on short B, 20 seconds. They've got to go for this Cloud9.
Yeah, that time is indeed a problem. Automatic has to be the guy to force himself through. Oh, that's not bad at all. And the trade comes in from Flusher. But Guardian finally is in position at the right time. And there, speaking of time, Flusher really doesn't have enough to do this round with, as Guardian comes in from the side and Rain from the other. And that's the bomb down, the round lost, and FaZe finally on the board.
They are indeed, but again, of course, if they lose this round, we may be looking at a 14-1 scoreline because they'll have no money and no loss bonus. They must get a consecutive round here. It is crucial for them if they want to have a fighting chance here on Overpass. The rifles will be out. They've collected 1 AK-47. They've got a good level of grenades now. Do they choose to take the game to Cloud9 in this round, or are they risk-averse? It seems they've got 4 players going towards the B bomb site, maybe reading their own weakness, expecting a shock and awe play from Cloud9 towards B, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They've gone for a strong take of the short B position. Meanwhile, Guardian getting aggressive around A. That's what you want to see. Him in strong positions where he can fall back, take more angles, but there'll be no fatal engagements early.
Yeah, and this is just what FaZe needs, taking some forward position at the beginning of the round. Having sewers over the T side is really, really strong. It allows you to play the A and B bomb sides completely differently. Of course, you have to worry about them just rushing through Monster, but that is not so likely, generally speaking, and you'll often have the information with these two players in sewers. And look at how strong this position is. There's nothing really that Zelsis could have done there, and as James said, he tends to be the guy lurking towards the B area, so FaZe, they probably realized that he's been doing that, and they can fall back here, realizing that the rest of the team is likely going to be towards A here, as we see a passive setup on B as they reinforce A with 3 players.
And again, Guardian, he's got rifle support in range just around the corner. He's got the superior angle because Automatic's closer to the corner of engagement. He goes down for free, spots the bomb there as well. 40 seconds remaining. Flush has finally got a kill, but they're going to need more. Flashbangs trying to charge through. HG's to ward them off. Kiyoshima's been taken out as well. And it looks like there's a fair chance we have that consecutive round for FaZe. 2 more players remain. They need to survive in the numbers phase. There's a lot of damage to be done by Cloud9, and Rush is trying to do it. 23 seconds on the clock. The bomb, I think, is in a smoke. There's still time to do this for Cloud9, so this has to be scary territory for FaZe.
Even just getting huge damage in is very critical here for Cloud9 as Guardian. Oh, he just get caught from the back. That's the AWP gone. Can Flusher save it and steal it away? Looks like he may be able to. There's one player left who could ambush him. Olofmeister up the stairs. And that's the AWP back in the hands of FaZe. That's very important because still, their economy needs to settle and stabilize, but they have avoided the worst case scenarios. James had highlighted they did not lose the round. They managed to pick it up, and they look to be in a position where they can stabilize now. That is a reality that can be at hand.
Sort of gamble through the smoke from Kiyoshima. Made life worse for Cloud9, but again, they've got the cash, they've got a full buy. It was the test for FaZe, which they passed, and now there aren't that many rounds left in this half. But they could still get a reasonable score. So let's see how it goes. More aggression from Guardian. Again, he can just about get back to the toilets in time. Chooses to fall back further. Can be compromised from a number of different positions. And he didn't have the rifle support in that position. He showed presence around the toilets, and now he's going to reset things by taking his AWP towards long. Cloud9 starting slow. Automatic and Zelsis outside the B area. Kiyoshiima once again in the connector position. Olofmeister taken out. Again, you can't take that angle for free as a CT. And there's an early advantage for Cloud9.
Yeah, you know, you talked about it earlier. It's just this AWP dynamic, having that T-side AWPer is really important because there's just certain positions where you have to risk it as a CT, and if there's an AWP there, you just get screwed. And speaking of which, we have a nice and interesting situation as Flusher picks up the kill against Rain in the bathrooms. That's a big win. Nico goes through the smoke. He knows he's got to make something happen for his team. They're down too many players. Adren, though, finds the bomb at his feet, but he has to defend alone against more players, but the smoke will slow them down. Adren can hold on to this, and Guardian, he might actually get a rotation in. We'll see if he can get there in time. He will have the high ground with that AWP, so he can support Adren very nicely.
He's come down to the low now to flash for his teammate. He is going battle sniper mode. Adren holding down the short B position in the meantime. Guardian's got tight angles. If he looks to his right, he will hold to his left. He's still got Adren there. Automatic waiting for him to pop up. And he's actually blocked his own vision. Trying to plant the bomb now. Has Adren got the angle? Flusher had the footsteps, and now it's 1 versus 2 for Guardian. Again, we've seen great things from him, but that scope's going to be his enemy as the Cloud9 players move around the smoke. Hasn't been seen just yet, I do not believe, Guardian. Looking towards Monster, looking for a peek. Flusher on Automatic, both in the short B position. If he kills one, he can't expect the second one to be in the same place. There's the first one, looking for the trade fragger. Now we've got the molly, but he can't get anything more out of it. 10-2 for
in this half. Pushed Cloud9 onto some inferior weapons there. CZ, Deagle, UMP, Galil. Automatic still with that AWP though. So we'll see how this goes as Nico, oh, he's boosted up into position. Beautiful, there's the AWP gone. And that's a great start for FaZe.
A mass of humanity around Graffiti. Give FaZe Clan an early advantage, but Zelsis now is trying to pick up what he can. We'll see if FaZe would have scavenged. Maybe the scope is hurt. The flashbang's there, but the flick is here for Zelsis. He is ahead of the flashbang. And now it's 4 versus 4. Plenty of time for Cloud9. Plenty of utility, no. But FaZe Clan don't necessarily know what sacrifices Cloud9. Cloud9, not in German. Zelsis moving back with the bomb. As Kiyoshiima has a look around short B.
Yes. The 4v3 for Cloud9, an upgrade for Kiyoshiima into a UMP. Not looking too bad there for them. As FaZe rallied around this A bomb site at the moment, they'll be playing a B retake. This makes a lot of sense. They don't really have much in the way of nades. If they were to play 2-1 or 1-2, they would likely lose no matter which way Cloud9 goes. So they push all the chips onto the A-bomb side. Although that said, we will have Rain rotating just to get some info towards B. And Flush has got onto the A-bomb side. This is pretty much the worst thing, or it could actually be a blessing, because if Flush had caused them to rotate into A, they're going to rotate into 2 players, which could be quite genius. But here goes Nico. They'll figure it out. And this is problematic for Cloud9. Nico gets 2.
Look at Zeltis' position. He has no time to rotate towards this A site. He has to go towards B. Flusher has to collapse on the side from up above. Zeltis with the CZ. Such an important frag. AWP now waiting for a pick. Nothing doing just yet. He's got a pillar for help. And Nico, 1 versus 2. He needs to find an ace to win this round for his team. No grenades versus an AWP and a UMP. He's got to get his jiggle peaks on. He's got to bait the shot from Zelsis. He's got to get past AWP. What a shot from him. 1 more frag now for Nico. He's got no kit. He's got to find it fast. He's got to bait Flusher deep enough to get a headshot. Sees him top with the UMP from miles away. Flusher stops the ace. Round number 11 for Cloud9.
Oh, that was a close one. Nico almost made it happen. Unfortunately, though, FaZe stuck on 3 rounds, and Cloud9 are having a crazy strong half here. Great spray. Oh my god, last bullet through the woods. This is a very impressive stuff from Nico. Just, if only he had a kit or just an extra grenade, you know, just makes all the difference, that extra $600. Either way, it's pistols again for FaZe. And we'll see the classic Molotov there to deny a quick push towards sewers. Zelsis, who's playing alone towards this B-bomb site again. And look how passive Cloud9 are. They don't want to get caught by like any aggressive plays that FaZe may be throwing their way at the beginning of the rounds.
Automatic 18 for 8 so far in this first half. He has been integral, as he was in the major winning team in Boston. Been very important for his team. Rotating the angles he's been holding, taking FaZe Clan by surprise. They can make no assumptions as to where he might be posted up. Guardian taken down and connected by Kirishima. Always making sure to keep the CTs honest if they're in there. We reached a sub 1 minute mark now for Cloud9. Bomb may be collected soon. Zelsis has been passive towards B, and Olofmeister starts to creep into the short B position, looking for that info, as they will have to collapse their players to concentrate on one area if they can, since they're all on pistols.
Olofmeister taking some pokes and prods, he'll get discovered, doesn't get that initial kill, and the sandwich comes into effect. And Cloud9 are just 1 step closer to taking the B-bomb side at this point. There is Nico very close, he'll get 1 frag with the Deagle, but he's quite low now, and there it is. The flank has also been silenced. So player by player, it looks like Cloud9 are just picking everyone off for FaZe. So Nico needs to get something marvelous, but he is unable to do so. And there's the trade. Automatic, as you mentioned, James, having a great half. That's a 12-3 score. Make it work on the T side. They'll have to start things off well on the pistol as we're now into it. A Molotov and a smoke for Adren. Guardian with a smoke and a flashbang as well. I'm very curious to see how this will play out.
Kirishima looking for the one-shots. Now, he's the only person facing, which may make FaZe Clan think they've stacked the B-bomb site, but he actually has. He's baiting. There are 3 players behind him. So he's suggesting, oh, I'm just seeing what's going on. Come and charge me. Setting a bear trap. Will they get snatched by the claws? A jumping shot. Not much doing. And again, I believe they've only seen 1 player. And it does indeed seem to be spurring them on. Rush is at the back of the B-bomb site, just spotting for a potential retake. In the meantime, again, they just see 1 player.
So seeing 2 there will surely force some players of Cloud9 back, because they've got to worry about long, which is the intended. That's what the CT side want. The FaZe Clan wants. But that's not actually happened. They're just going to keep everyone around the bathrooms, and this is actually going to work out very well for Cloud9, as now the smoke comes in even there from Automatic, and Cloud9 have discovered the bomb, and in comes Adren to flank the flank, and that's pretty critical. A 2 versus 3 now, but they have to get the bomb back. Adren, he can't do it though. Now Olofmeister with a very hard task on his hands.
With a Glock, no less. He does not have the range. Even if he headshots Zelsis, he might not kill him. Or that 10 HP might help, and he'll take one in the face himself. Just good for the 1 frag, and it will be the pistol round for Cloud9. The worst has happened. Well, smokes, flashes, Molotovs. They have enough for some kind of execute of some description. That is a problem smoke grenade from Cloud9. Look at the containment. Now they have no idea. There could be lots of players around here. There could be no one. There could be one person. So you don't really know if you can charge towards B, but they may take the gamble phase as he has little choice anyway. They've been smoked off there as well, but Nico, how's he got here? Has he even been spotted by this point? The trades are all over the place. 3 versus 3, trying to force their way through the smoke, and somehow FaZe Clan are on the sites.
Rush almost with the third one there. That was pretty damn close, and FaZe are in a weird position now because they have loads of time, and this is just so smart from Rain. He's ready and waiting for the flank. Now down to Automatic with the scout. FaZe have 2 players left. Rain will die from 1 scout shot. So this is actually doable here for Automatic, but he has to figure out whether or not he needs to drop. And you can see that FaZe are really taking their time to make things a bit more confusing. But Automatic, he's got the deagle out. He knows he can do this one. Just has to find the perfect moment. Use the element of surprise, and that's the deagle doing the job. The bomb down. One more shot. Oh, and he can't find the head. It's a Dren with the headshot from the AK, and FaZe will clinch it. But my, that was close.
That was a difficult spot for Automatic as well. On the balcony, he couldn't scope in because he didn't know where the second player was, didn't want to concede his position. And great effort from Rain as well. Got 3 kills, very important kills, the trades as well around the B bomb site, and there is a desperate 4th round for FaZe Clan.
Ooh, he's a 10.
He is quite pacey, isn't he? Should be in a bakery shop. So we've got 3 AKs, a Galil and a UMP for FaZe Clan in this round. Cloud9 have continued to buy. They've got the 2 AUGs and a 3rd scope in the AWP. And again, if Automatic can continue to be as nasty on the CT side as he was on the T, this may be a quick second half indeed.
FaZe creeping up connector towards bathrooms. Cloud9 with 3 players towards A, 2 towards that long position, that long setup. Overpass is a pretty complicated map because of all the various CT setups that can be waiting for you. We'll see how much ground FaZe can gain. Here's a quick boost over the smoke. Oh, whoops, love to see this. Can't quite see anything though for Nico. Looking into the site, but there's nothing to be found. Was there a pixel there for Flusher? There may have been. It seems as though Nico spotted something. Flusher and Nico just... It seems very close for them to spot each other, but it seems that neither will be able to get any shots off. But Nico finds Flusher in the end, as I say that, and now they're going to just start charging towards that A site.
40 seconds remaining. Olofmeister's on a long rotation, and maybe... Oh no, Guardian's going backwards, but Kishima is lurking. Now Guardian's going forwards. But with 2 players on the site, if he tries to plant for connector, he could be in trouble. And there's the look from Kishima, the 5-7 as well. Very damaging weapon, but he can't take out Olofmeister. 25 seconds remain now. Rush and Zelsis trying to stop the plant, maybe. Or are they going for post? Waiting for the smokes to go. Big flag from Zelsis. 2 versus 3. They don't have any kits, the Cloud9 players, not the ones who are alive at the moment. And now it is just Rush as Zelsis has been exploded. Trade fact situation, if they can get around the corner long enough, but Rain will be enough himself.
Opportunities to be had. And look at this, FaZe looking to perhaps go with a fast pace, with an explosive approach.
I would say that Cloud9 showed themselves to be the more prepared team on Overpass so far. And with double the score of their opponent, that of course does not bode well for FaZe Clan, who have a lot of people towards this B bomb site. Will there be a jump peak though in the right position to see all these players? It would be a very costly jump peak. You can see players looking for that headshot. Oh no! How much does 1 grenade cost? Most of your health for Rain. Now the numbers start to come in. Adren taken down immediately. Taking them down immediately, sorry. 3 versus 3 now as they swarm onto the bomb site. FaZe Clan. Rush can't get his gun out in time after throwing the smoke grenade, and now there's cover to plant the bomb.
But in comes the orbit, creeps very close in from a short. You got Flusher there as well, waiting to get his look in. It seems like Automatic will open things up from the high ground there. Switching down to the low ground, Flusher and Flusher and Automatic in that 2 versus 2. But that position in the water is very problematic. Olofmeister waiting for the perfect moment. It's such a strong position. It's very difficult to adjust. And he'll have those headshot angles. There it is. 1 found. Now Automatic with the AWP. This gets so awkward for him. And there's the flashbang. Easy follow-up for Olofmeister. Great team play coming in from FaZe, and they'll pick up. With still, we haven't seen some of those aggressions I'd mentioned previously. They've been taking things
so weird.
Pretty... Those piercing blue eyes.
Zelsis and Kishima making aggressive plays towards that long position, while FaZe Clan are held in position because of the smoke. Look at Zelsis creep, he's in the playground.
I love this.
And he's not there for the swings. Olofmeister lurking outside B. Lots of FaZe Clan players around Connector, but with no map control around Playground Fountain, it's not ideal for them. There are flashbangs you can bounce off the wall to the right of where Rain is looking. So if anybody's around that divider position, you can force them off their angle, but still, it's quite rough. Out they come, but Flusher avoids the flashbang. There are trades there which will benefit Cloud9, 4 versus 3 now. And still Zelsis is in Playground, and things look difficult for FaZe Clan.
Very nice. Nico does catch a push from Kiyashima. And there are lurkers all over the place. Looks like Zelsis will get taken down trying to lurk against Guardian. Guardian seemingly read that play from miles away. And now, big advantage for FaZe moving into the A bomb site. Nico does need his teammates with him. They're fairly spread out at this point, which does buy some time for Cloud9 as they rotate towards A. But do they try to get into the site? FaZe have 30 seconds, could run back to B, and you'll see that Olofmeister will do so to clear it, not only clear it and get information, but also to offer up a flank if necessary. And looks like it may be, because this defense is going to start off pretty well. They got to get the bomb. They got to go and plot that right now. And it's Guardian with that AWP. What does he do? He needs to try to get the kills or plant the bomb. He has to make a decision, but he's running backwards and forwards. There's not going to be time here. He's going to pick up the rifle and go for it. But how does he do this? In comes Automatic to finish him off, and he's done it.
Absolutely brutal for FaZe Clan. Olofmeister
FaZe, but it was certainly, as you say, like a demoralizing way to lose a round there. And Cloud9 after in the previous round going very aggressive, you know, digging in Zelsis very, very deep into T territory. They're playing really far back at this point. 3 players on B, making sure that if there's a fast B timing that they can shut that down. Giving up a lot of space towards A. Automatic, we're seeing him on A long right now. We haven't really seen much of that. And it looks like Cloud9 may get quite fortunate as Automatic moves around with that AWP. He's going to get some action.
He should hear that scope. He should know someone is to his right-hand side. He's got Flusher inside the toilet. It's not in a position to really flash for him, and there he goes. Kind of awkward once he knows someone's close, because he's so close to the wall. He will be seen first if people are looking. 4 versus 5 now in favor of FaZe Clan. Flusher was kind of rifle support for Automatic in an ideal world, but this world is not ideal. Zelsis on the way to help, it seems. Flusher can't really leave this position because he doesn't know if angles are being held. Flashes on the inside, scopes on the outside. 33 seconds for FaZe Clan, though. They've got to do more. They've got to get more advantage away into one of these 2 sites.
You can see Flusher not peeking with that pop flash. He's just trying to buy time at this point. And FaZe have decided to just reroute their attack in towards the B-bomb site now, leaving a lurker and a Dren towards that A site. And it's got to be very quick. They have to make this work. Oh, they're going to line up the AUG! Oh, it only gets 1. Rush had a big chance there. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't work out. Smoke down, bomb planted. And Guardian will take down the flank. So it looks like this round should go the way of FaZe. That Shadow will give away Nico's position, and an AK will be stolen. But this round will go to FaZe, and this resets Cloud9 very, very heavily. This will extend this map pretty far, because Cloud9 won't be able to have a proper buy for quite some time now. And it's got to feel bad for Automatic, James, because as you said, like, he heard the scope. Now the AWP is in the hands of Automatic once again. And FaZe, they really need to win this one. If they can, they've almost done it. They've almost got to that overtime.
This could be a faster round. Those are the FaZe Clan HE grenades. But maybe it was supposed to be shorter for short B. Normally it goes towards the jump peak position. In the face, baby! Down goes Zelsis. 5 versus 4 now. How many players has he seen? Maybe just the 1, but the entire team is here for FaZe Clan. And Cloud9 don't have too much information towards A. Flusher's holding behind the divider. They do not know what lurks, and now there could be a lot of trouble for Cloud9.
Only 2 players here. Good nade damage coming in, though, from the CT defense. Kiyashima with 2. Rush now charging through the smoke, seeing what he can find. It was very confusing. Kiyashima now faced off by Adren in the water position as it goes down to a 2 versus 2. The bomb not yet to be planted. And you can see that FaZe actually have the ability to back out through Monster, and they're going to take that chance and reset the situation in the 2v2. And this is very important. By cutting noise here in this 2v2 with a minute left, they have the advantage.
Solid chance for a 1v1 here for Olofmeister. He's got full health. Rain is half health. Got to be careful on the timing. If he starts to look away, Flusher just creeping into the angle. Now we've got a 2v1. Where could the last player be? Automatic with the AWP. 30 seconds on the clock. There are no smokes to obscure this position. He's going to throw one of his own on the short B position, but where will he go? Rain is at A long. An automatic. He's going to stay. Olofmeister, it seems, is baiting him as Rain makes his way towards the A site.
Wow. He's been played so hard, hasn't he?
Single digit. Down goes the bomb. Olofmeister already towards a toilet position. He spots somebody going towards A long automatic. No kit. He has to eliminate both these players if he is to win this round.
There he goes. Can't find anyone. They know exactly what they're doing to FaZe. Not giving him a single peek. Just right now, he has 0% chance to win. They're just not peeking. Here he goes, and Olofmeister hits him straight in the face. This will be very interesting as to how they decide to play this. Zelsis, I haven't already seen him all very much, James.
Rush has made it to 30 frags, and indeed, I haven't seen much of Zelsis. He's only got 3 maps on record for Cloud9 so far. Guardian knows that AWP. I wouldn't want to go against him, that's for sure. One more round for FaZe Clan. They start off well. What will the response be for Cloud9? Will they gamble on some aggression to try and even the score? Try and look for some information? 3 versus 5 now. Oh dear, oh dear. 12-3 at the half, and it looks like we may be going to overtime. Don't count them out just yet. We've got Rush creeping, prodding, asking questions towards short B. Someone's got to make something happen, but only Rush is close to any of these players.
Yeah, it's a great position for FaZe to burst into B with superior numbers. Rush, though, looking to find a good timing, and he can't quite make it work against Rain. And surely that will seal the fate here at Cloud9. A 2 versus 5 retake on the B-bomb side. There are 3 smokes, 2 Molotovs, most of which have just been thrown here for FaZe to completely shut out Cloud9. Automatic can't get anything done here, and it does look impossible. Quick kill from Kiyoshima, but he takes some damage. 1 versus 4. Good nade, though, coming in from Kiyo. Let's get another headshot with 2 very weak players. Surely Kiyoshima can't do this, but there might be a chance.
Molly onto the sides, I presume. Nobody there. Guardian with a superior angle, and indeed it is overtime.
Yeah, and I think here we're going to see Guardian on shore with that AWP. I think Yanko was talking about that. Or at least trying to get there. Or there's something about short B and AWPs. I'm not sure. They have quite a big aggression again from Cloud9, pushing Celsius deep. See him in the playgrounds, as we have in the past. Guardian last time bested him. The Guardian's not there this time, so we'll have to see if Zelsis can create any new opportunities as the rest of his team now falls back to just cheat those players towards B. You've got that deep control towards the A side of the map. You can see there's just no one there apart from Zelsis at this point in time. Of course, connectors open. Of course, they FaZe. There is a timing in the round where Cloud9 starts to say, okay, we have to pull 1 player back onto the A side. But for the time being, they can pretty much have 4 players here, and you can see Zelsis will start to hear information. His automatic defense against Guardian, and now Zelsis. Oh, was he spotted? He may be spotted. Oh, it's happened again, James.
Ooh, turned his brain into goo, into mash. Past its sell-by date. Very inedible. Wouldn't recommend it. 45 seconds remain. 3 players on the B-bomb site. It's a hard read from Cloud9. Saw a vintage automatic position. But again, where has he gone now? He's towards the A side, the only person there. Adren lurking towards long, so I think he may try to sell something. He's got a full set of grenades. But when does he start to pull the triggers? Pull the pins, even. 25 seconds on the clock, and nothing doing just yet. A smoke grenade on short B. That's quite brutal. That's a long time to wait. Do they gamble, rotate? I mean, the bomb is outside Monster. And that's where they're headed. Olofmeister taking one in the face. Has the bomb been spotted now? Automatic down on A. Maybe there's a flank, but with 10 seconds, there's no time for that. Oh, he's coming from the back. 7 seconds to plant this bomb. There's no cover at all. Surely this can't work. Flusher, does he come out? No, he doesn't believe it. And the first round will go by timeout. 16-15 for Cloud9.
Oh, wow. It's always the way, isn't it? You can't win that last CT round, and then as soon as overtime hits, oh, there it is. There's that CT round that you've been looking for, and yeah, I wonder
why they didn't pull the grenades of Adren towards A sooner.
Yeah.
25 seconds, and they were still waiting. But what are they waiting for?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Flusher, what a clutch there, just knowing just not to face. That's some experience there for you. So, right, let's see what Cloud9 have to mix things up here. Again, I'm quite sad that Zelsis' pushes just never seem to quite work out. It always has so much potential when you get a player that deep. And one thing that Astralis would often do is get someone onto the bench, and they would rarely go for the full playground push, as we saw from Zelsis. But you can see that right here, FaZe are very wary of these aggressions, because Cloud9 have shown repeatedly that they are willing to push very deep there, and so that's wasting time for FaZe now. As Guardian's deep on Monster, my goodness.
Got to be careful, because someone is hiding behind the barrels. And almost making a play a la Cloud9 in the first half of normal time. There's a big flashbang. Rush still not thinking just yet. Here he is, only good for the one frag though. Kishimi's got a second one. Nico can't do anything about that. Adren and Rain remain 2 versus 4. 1 minute on the clock. Of course, there's a big rotation coming in. Lots of grenades being deployed, compounding the problem. Smoked off, leaving Adren without a team, a trailer for him. Looking for some taps, but still nothing yet. 45 seconds, and now it's 1 versus 3. Adren versus the world. Clutch King of 100 ping. This might be too much for him. He's up in the smoke, still finds the frag. 6 HP, 2 more to go. They're very close to each other. They need to stay in brave flank positions. Spotted now, but not quite spotted. Swatted even. Going for the bomb plant, doesn't happen. 2 rounds in a row for Cloud9.
Cloud9 have been so active there at the beginning of the rounds that you know that's something that has. Ooh, that Molotov misses, and this might actually mean that Cloud9 may not suspect FaZe to be so far forward. They're going to use that timing to their advantage and dive straight through. And this is exactly what I wanted to see, that burst towards A.
Yeah, I think this is start reaction. Lovely bait there. Keep crosshair away and find the frag. Automatic still alive for now. Still dangerous, still lethal. Now he's dead. 4 versus 3 for FaZe Clan. They've got to get a round out of this half. Otherwise, we're talking 3 game points for Cloud9. Finally finding success in their CT half in overtime. How on earth is Zelsis in this position? He's had a lot of reactionary plays. They served Cloud9 well on their T side in normal time. Now can he make it a clean sweep in the CT half in overtime for Cloud9?
His timing's really good. His timing is so good. He has so much time to continue to creep. He's now tells his team that he's seen 3 going along. As long as Zelsis doesn't die, they're golden right now. He's going to be able to put that pressure on FaZe. Now FaZe are trapped. They have to go forwards. They have to just burst forwards. They know that Cloud9 know they're coming. They just have to hit the shots and use their nades well. This is horrible for FaZe.
Zelsis rotating towards B, which is curious. Maybe because he thinks it's a safer route, because he's seen 2 people towards long. So there's only 1 question mark in Olofmeister. Where is Olofmeister? But that's really weird.
Yeah.
And again, they're expectant. They've got the HEs. And now he sits on the B bomb site, but of course, FaZe Clan are committed towards A. They pretty much know this Cloud9. Anyway, they've got players to defend with 15 seconds on the clock. Blind Cloud9 players, but they're still alive. Rush wins his duel. Stereo finds the Cloud9, and that will be that. 3 game points for Cloud9 as they for the balcony. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see if they choose to execute. I think it was the first buy round where Cloud9 just walked through Monster with the AWP leading, and things went great from there. But again, it's another hard execute into B from Cloud9.
There you go, straight forward through Monster. Zelsis will lead the charge, but he's by himself. So this is a fake right now. Let's see what Zelsis can get out of it. He's going to get 1 kill. Nico going through the smoke, caught by Zelsis. Olofmeister turning his head away from short. There's so many T's running up connector at this point. This is crazy. They've completely misread this phase, and I don't blame them. This is a very strange push from Cloud9.
Not committing the bomb just yet, despite Zelsis' position. Rush and Kishima towards the A side, trying to find out what's going on. And that is arguably the weaker position. Guardians there with an AWP, though. That's weak. Misses his flick, and that's going to be a rotation for the bomb. Off it goes. Zelsis still clearing up things. And he may win the game, the map on the B bomb side for his team. Still alive, but there he goes, Adren. 1 versus 3. Looking at Zelsis' POV was beautiful. All the flashes avoided. A great execute from Cloud9. It showed how solid they were with that. And they will finally take Overpass, the first map of this series.
Yeah, that was really impressive stuff. They really came into their own at the end there. And it's kind of funny that they were dropping smoke.